Happy New Year, everybody. Welcome back to Childcare Boss Marketing. I am so excited about 2020 and the new vision that I have created and manifested in my life for all of my businesses, all of my platforms, especially in my childcare business. And I wanted to give you guys my top 3 things that I learned in 2019 that I am transferring over in 2020 that's really transforming the way that I do business. It's transforming my mindset, and it's also bridging gaps and creating bonds that I've never had within my childcare business. So if you follow me on any of my platforms, you know today's topic are the top 3 things that I'm going to implement in my business in 2020. Number 1, invest in your business. Number 2, invest in your team members. And number 3, invest in you. Now, when I decided to do this live about these 3 topics, I'm like, 2019 was a really rough ride for me, you guys. I went through a lot of things relating to trademarks, situations within the business, uninvited guests inside of my childcare business that almost caused me to shut down the whole operation and move on to something else. It's just really been a lot, but the 3 topics that we're going to talk about today, it has been a real challenge for me since I started this business until I started to see things in a different mindset. So what have I learned being in the childcare? I'm sorry, guys. I was gonna just now stop and re-record, but you know what? We're gonna keep it going. I want to give y'all the live and the raw, uncut me. I don't want everything to be so pretty because, as you know, in the childcare business, everything is not always peaches and cream, and everything never goes as planned. And if you're just starting out in the childcare business and you're thinking, well, I'm going to have pretty clothes, I'm going to have pretty toys, I'm going to decorate the business real pretty, and people will come and I'm not going to have any issues. Sorry to tell you, everyone in the childcare business have some type of issue at some point in their career. And unfortunately, that little glitch y'all saw when me recording this video is one of mine. I'm just not gonna re-record. So however this video comes out, I just want to give you me raw. I don't want to sell you a pretty package. I don't want to do anything pretty. I just want to give it to you the way that it's been given to me, and I'm going to give you back that same energy, but the only difference is I'm going to turn it around and turn it into a teaching moment. So I speak with a lot of slang. That's because I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana, and I tend to get loud when I'm excited and passionate about a subject. So if I tend to get a little loud and a little too much for you, I apologize in advance. But when I'm passionate about something, it shows in the way that I talk, the way that I act, and it's showing because I am dedicating this video to you guys. And we're going to proceed because I have a lot of notes. So I'm going to be reading off some notes, guys. So I have written down here, the first thing we're going to talk about is invest in your business. What I have learned being in the childcare business and a childcare business owner for over a decade is that people will invest into your business when you invest into your business. Now, let me explain that. When I first started this business, my feelings got hurt because I brought a lot of new stuff, and as the children came in, they started breaking stuff. So I decided to adopt that concept where I'm not buying anything new. I'm buying everything secondhand, which that is absolutely okay because I have found a lot of great things buying it secondhand. But what I realized doing that, when you're buying stuff secondhand and when you can also see that you don't put that much care into your business, people are going to treat you just like you treat your business. So if you're one of those people that actually just get out of the bed, you just put your hair in a pony, or you just look like you just jumped out of bed, guess what the public is going to treat you like? All right, she doesn't care about her business. Do she even work here? How is she even the owner coming to her own place of the business and establishment looking the way she does? So now I want to negotiate my price because she obviously don't care. Why would I want to pay $200 a week for an infant when the owner or the director look like they would accept $20 a week just to buy a pack of cigarettes? And the community that I'm in, trust me, I'm talking stuff that has actually happened to me in the past, because I can remember when I first started this business, you guys. I used to come and work in scrubs because at that time that was the norm. Teachers, the directors, the owners, we wear scrubs, we wear our hair in a pony, we don't put makeup on our face. We just come in, we think we just come in to do a job, and that's to take care of your kids and get paid. But when I found out doing that, I had a lot of people that came into my establishments always wanted to negotiate my price, and I felt like my price was already low. It's already meeting the requirements, and I still have a business to run. I still have people I have to take care of. I still have to feed your children. But the way that I presented myself caused them to want to devalue what I have to offer. That's because at the time I really didn't know my worth, and it showed. So she doesn't care. Look how this place looks. Look how she's dressing. And they have the money because their children are just in Jordans, they're in Gucci, they're in high name brand stuff. But the way that I looked is how they treated me. So I started to invest more into my business. I actually did maybe a year or so ago, I started doing a facelift in my first business. I started painting. I started taking out all the old toys, all the broken toys, and I started replacing them with the new. And when we gave tours, I noticed a difference in the way that I gave tours, in the response and the reaction for potential prospects at the time. And then I started to write down my price points. No more freestyling off the top of my head how much I'm going to charge. I had prices pointed to where if you wanted full-time, here's a full-time price. If you wanted drop-in care, here's a drop-in care. If you wanted part-time care, here's my price for part-time care. No negotiation, because the prices are already fair. Now let me tell you what you're going to get when you're paying for this price. If you're paying, if you say for instance they wanted to come in and they were full-time and I'm charging $200 a week. Well, in this $200 a week you get XYZ, and these are the benefits from getting XYZ. You're getting your money's worth. And if you do and I actually encourage them to go do a price point with all the child cares in the surrounding area, because this particular child care that I'm talking about, it's around at least 30 child cares, but yet my daycare is able to stay full. When you walk into my daycare, you will get a full experience. It looks good, it smells good, and it feels good. You will get your money's worth. And if you feel like you're not getting your money's worth, let's talk about it. What can I do to satisfy you as being my client? Because I care for your child and I care for you, because once you come into this particular establishment, we are now family. So let's talk about it. And I started showing my worth more. I started putting me and my services out there more, to the point where I did it so much that in 2018 we was nominated top best 3 child cares in San Antonio, Texas. And that's an accomplishment that I will always take with me, because that's not something that's easy to do. And I forever in this childcare industry under that particular brand have that to show. I have plaques, we have the certificates. We was also on TV. I started showing my worth, and when I started showing my worth, people started flocking, and it got to the point where I no longer had to introduce myself or my business. They already knew my business. They already know my price point. Here's the money. When can my kids start? Okay, so, and that only happened when I started investing back into the business, investing back into the brand, and investing in me. And we'll get to investing in you in a minute. Okay, so the next topic we're going to talk about is, you know what, before I go on to that subject, guys, I also want to say this. If you have not yet created a website, and you have not updated your Facebook page, your Instagram page, your Twitter page, whatever social media platform you're on, in 2020, now's the time to do it. If you are one of those people that have your business combined it with your personal, we're not doing that in 2020, guys. You need to have a separate business page from your own personal page. And please do not have your clients on your business, on your personal page, because it becomes a conflict. Your clients are not your friends, because the moment you decide to make your clients your friends, it becomes a problem within your business. They think you buddy and they start paying you late. It's just not a good look as a whole. So just try to keep your personal and your business separated. So if you don't want to create another Facebook page because it's too much for you, you have a problem already handling the one Facebook page you have, start cleaning most of the personal stuff off and start putting more business stuff on there. Just keep it clean. Keep your personal life separate from your business. And if you don't have a website in 2020, I encourage you to get a website, because that stops unnecessary, unwanted conversations. For example, guys, if you already know your price, you have people that's online looking up for a childcare. If you already have all your information on your website, by the time these people call you, or your potential prospects call you, they already know what your business is about. Now they just want to take a tour. It really cuts down unnecessary conversations, because you may have, say for instance, you don't have a website and now you have people coming to tour with you. You really don't have enough time in your day to do a 30 minutes or an hour tour, because if you're busy doing tours, you're not getting any work done. Okay. And if you're one of those business owners that you're also the director, you don't have time to do a 30 minutes or an hour tour. You either need to designate that to somebody else, but also your website and your social media pages will help with that, because when somebody give you a call, are you enrolling? Yes, we are, but I would like to schedule an appointment to come in and take a tour. But until then, I would encourage you to visit our website. So that way, if you have any questions by the time you come in, maybe my website or my social media platform could have already answered those questions for you. So by the time they come in to do a tour, at this point, all they want to know is how much it is and when can I start, because they just want to see it for themselves. Okay, so invest in your business. And if you think $500 to $1,000 is too much for creating a website, I want you to think of it on money terms. 3 children enrolled because of your website will have already reimburse you back the money that you spent on your website. Think about it on those terms. If you're not doing Facebook ads or Instagram ads, think about it. $5 to $10 per ad for maybe a few days. Say for instance, somebody that was looking for daycare, they never know about you, but you did an ad and now they're finding you and they enroll. That $10 just turned into what, $500 a month, depending on the price range, and maybe $12,000 for that year. Look at it on those terms. All the money that you're spending out on your business, think about each child that comes in will have already paid you and reimburse you that money back. So you have to think about things on that level. We can afford what we want to afford, guys. Okay, it's 2020, new vision, new you, new business makeover. And if you don't know where to start, my coaching sessions are open. I'm now taking new coaching clients. I also have a team that can help you create your website. We do social media content. So if you're one of those people that don't have time to just be posting, check the link down below. We can help you out. Visit childcarebossmarketing.com or visit me on any of our social media platforms and DM me and let me get you started. Even if it's just like maybe 5 banners to say that we're now enrolling, giving this minor information, and you can use that for your marketing strategy and just keep boosting them. Or go, if you have a business page, this is only for the business page, you can go into your manager, your business manager, and create an ad that will reach a better targeting marketing, because it's hard to target your market when you're just boosting the ad. But if you go into your business manager, you can target your prospects. For example, for me, if I was doing a targeting marketing type deal for my childcare, I know area code 78218, I have like 6, maybe 10 zip codes that will fit in my area that I can service them for childcare. I only want to target that, because anything beyond that is a waste of my money and my time, because I may be too far out for them to even want to come to do any business with me. So think about it on those terms. And if you need more information about that, like I said, visit me on any of my social media platforms. Check out our reviews. I am quick to respond, and I don't charge for every little question. It's a simple question I can answer, because in 2020, I know most people in the past have said the game is to be sold, not told. But I decided that the game needs to be told so that it can be sold. Because if you're out here not showing and proving what you can do, why should I buy from you? And that's no different in a childcare business. If you're not posting what your children are doing in your childcare business, if you're not showing what you're capable of doing as the owner or the director, why should I leave my child with you? You don't even show what you're doing in your childcare. Everything, you want me to buy from you, but what are you giving me? It is nothing wrong with giving away free content and free information. And by you posting and making simple ads and post, just even if it's a child eating lunch or taking a nap, you're showing what you can do, and you're showing happy children. And parents that's actually enrolled with you, they actually like to see their children on your platform. It's nothing wrong with that. Let's just be a little bit more cautious about it. You know what I'm saying? Yes. So in 2020, that's what we're doing. All right. So for me in 2019, what I ended up doing, honestly, because so much was going on, I stopped marketing my businesses for at least a good 4 to 5 months. And when I did that, I saw a decrease in enrollment and potential prospects, because so much was going on. And when I realized what's going on, when I had time to sit back and think, I said, you know what? I'm not that upset about it, because I need to clean what's already on my plate. But I learned something from it. Even if it's just me posting, good morning, how you doing? Happy Monday, happy Tuesday, people will still engage with that. And if you're one of those people that lives off of likes within your business, please stop living off of likes. Likes do not matter. People are still watching you. When people are watching that you don't even know that's watching you, you will be amazed at the people that's actually watching your progress and watching how you market and watching how you run and handle your business. People are really watching, and people actually like that stuff. They like to feel like they're engaged. So if you're at the beginning stages of doing your childcare business, guys, again, this is really you investing into your business. Take pictures, take videos as you go, because that is getting the crowd involved. That's getting your potential prospects involved in your business. It's nothing wrong with that. And never stop hiring, and never stop taking enrollments. Meaning, if you have capacity already, start your waiting list. But I want you to keep this in mind as a side note. If you have a waiting list 10 to 20 children long, maybe it's time to open a second location, just to put that on your spirit. And that is also another way in investing in your business, opening a second location or a third location. But don't go too far with it, okay, guys? But when you stop marketing and investing in your business, and let me explain to you guys what I mean about investing in your business when it comes down to marketing. Marketing and branding your business, it should be a part of your bills, just like your light bill and your phone bill, guys. You have to invest in your business to get what you need out of your business. And if you're not putting it out there to the public, how can anybody come to you? Who will know you exist? You have to factor all of these things into when you're starting a business, or if you're currently open. Marketing does matter. You can create all the systems in the world to help move your business forward, but if you're not doing the other stuff that actually attracts the right clientele and the right employees to you, what are we doing in 2020? You know, you have an organized office. You have an organized office, but you don't have no kids enrolled. So if you need tips on how to better market your business, guys, again, my coaching program is open, and it's very affordable, and I only take so many at a time so that I can give my undivided attention to those that really do need my help. Okay. Now, invest in your team members. It took me a long time to understand that concept. And I really want to take this time out to thank my mentor that's here in San Antonio and one of my childcare CEO bosses in Atlanta. She know who she is. I love her to death. We always in each other's inbox. I met her at one of those conferences, and she had posted something on her timeline that is good to invest in your team members. And then it gave me an eye opener, and I sat down and I thought about it. When was the last time I really invested in my employees? When was the last time I told my employees I appreciate the work that you do? Because without you guys, my business will not run. I cannot possibly run this business without you guys being here and being employed with me. When was the last time I did something to show my appreciation to my employees? So I wanted to thank her on this particular video, and because it was a real eye opener when it came down to that. Okay, now I'm reading from my notes again, guys, so I'm going to read this to you. If you have been in the child care business as long as I have, you have been hurt by your staff. And one of the reasons why I had stopped investing into my team members is because I have been severely hurt by staff. And and I know some of my veterans out there that's at least been in this daycare for 5 years plus. You could just be starting out. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Your team could be a part of your success, or your team could be the reason why your business is no longer in existence. And I've learned that the hard way. But I also learned that just because this team member hurt me and tried to damage my business does not mean that that team member is going to do the same thing. So I cannot take that hurt that I've harbored for these groups and neglect the group over here, because this group is here now. That other group is gone. It's nothing. That hurt is in the past, so I have to leave that in the past. And I know a lot of us in the childcare business have an issue and have problems with letting stuff go, and we function with the mindset of, I remember when I did that last time. So and so did this to me, and so did that to me, and I'm not doing that no more. Well, that's not fair to the new people that's coming on. And what happens is you find yourself disconnecting with the people that's here now, the people that's here helping you now. And you have no relationship whatsoever with them. And they're running your business to the ground. Be like, well, she don't care about her business. She don't even come to her office to talk to me. And I had an employee come and tell me that. And when she sat down and she talked to me about it, I'm like, you know what? You are absolutely right. And for that, sis, I truly apologize for that. That was never my intent. How can we going forward? What can I do to correct this issue? And now she's training to be my director. She's been with me about 2 years, and I love her to death. But that's how I knew she was for me, because she had to have that conversation with me. Why you don't come talk to us? Why we only see you in passing? Don't be that owner. Don't be that director that's just sitting in your office and not connecting with your parents and not connecting with your staff. I am guilty of that, guys. And in 2020, I plan on changing all of that. I have been severely hurt in this business, and I have been taking my hurt out on people that's here for me now. Okay. So one of the things we decided to start implementing into our child care business is I'm going to send in all of my veterans, the teachers that's been with me for 2+ years, to get their CDAs so that they can get a better pay rate. I'm in the process of hiring now, and my mindset is to only hire teachers with CDAs, but you have to pay them a higher rate. But then I sat down at my desk and I thought about it. If I'm going to pay a stranger a higher rate, why not invest in the staff that I already have that actually deserve my money? And let me invest into them, and I'm going to pay for you to get your CDA. But now here's the difference from the past hurt. It's one thing to harvest that and take it out on other people, but it's another thing to learn from it and moving forward, what are we going to do different? So now that I'm investing into you, you have to give me 1 full year, because every year you have to renew your CDA. You have to give me 1 full year after I pay for your CDA. If you decide you wanted to move on, you're more than welcome to move on. You don't have to pay me back. At that point, I pretty much got my money's worth, because if I'm sending you to go get training, I'm investing in my business and I'm investing into you. So, and by me investing into you, I'm paying you more money. So it really shouldn't be no real reason why you would want to go somewhere else, because you can already see that I'm establishing a relationship with you. I believe in you, so I'm investing in you. Investing into my team means I'm investing into my business. You know what I mean? So it's like a 2 for 1 with that situation. So I'm gonna pay for you, but you're gonna sign our contract. You have to give me a year of your time. In the event that you decide that this place is not for you anymore, you're giving me permission out of this contract to take any money's owed, any money that I paid for you to go further into this business. You're gonna give me that back out of your remaining checks, and it's a win-win situation, because I'm not losing anything. I'm gaining. So if you're staying, I am gaining a teacher that has more knowledge to run my classroom. And if you have more knowledge to run my classroom, you have more knowledge to treat these kids. Happy kid, happy parent. If the kid's happy, the parent happy. If the parent happy, that's income that's going to constantly continue to come in. Now, I decided to do this because at this time, I'm like, when I did my taxes, I'm like, how many employees I had this year? Wow. I'm spending more money on taxes than I am my employees, and that's a problem for me. So what can we do to change this? I had to sit back those 5 months. I was not doing too much marketing for my businesses, doing too much within the Childcare Boss marketing, my coaching program. I was reevaluating me and how I run my business. What I'm doing right now, is it really working? And if what's not working, let's find a solution to fix it, guys. And that's what I did. And I don't see nothing wrong with investing into your employees, because also here in the state of Texas, if you have all of your teachers with a CDA that's running your classrooms, the state funding that we get here, you'll get a higher paying rate without having to be a Texas Rising Star, because your teachers are all educated, so they don't mind paying you that. And that's what I'm gonna be working on next, getting my Texas Rising Star. But that's another story for another day. Okay, now, some of the changes that I decided to implement into the program was that I was going to give my staff more training. So once a month, something we was doing anyway, instead of just having a regular meeting, let's have a meeting/training. What are your issues within our business right now? And notice I didn't say mine, I say our, because technically this is our business. Yes, I may be the owner, but you work here. We are a team. I no longer want to call the people that work for me my employees. I want to call them my team, because it sets a different tone in the business. And I learned that by watching real hitters in the business. My mindset was always, you my employee, you my staff, you work for me. I had to reevaluate my whole mindset, guys, and start saying, no, yes, I hired you, but we a team, because without my team, this can't run. So I wanted to show my team a little bit more appreciation. So when we started doing, once we started doing our monthly meetings, we started implementing training. And this was an easy way for me to keep up with the yearly trainings that they're required to have by child care licensing. So I'm able to keep up on it and go off the topics that way. And if they're having any issues within the business, let's confront it now. Let's handle it now, and let's come up with a solution. And I find that works. It's working better, because they feel more important, and I'm also addressing their needs and their concern, and I'm not just letting them out to hang to dry. So we get so caught up with, we need somebody in this classroom, we need somebody in this classroom, where we end up just hiring a body, where we might as well just let the children take care of themselves, because the teacher is no better than letting the kids run the classroom. Let's just be honest about that. So I decided I just wanted to invest in my peoples just a little bit more, and I find that it's working, and I can honestly say that my staff is very appreciative of the fact that I am going an extra mile for them, and I love them for it, you know. And I see a better relationship with us. I could be sitting at my desk, they could tell something wrong with me, they go give me some candy, they go give me something to drink, Miss Natalie. And before I started changing my mindset, my staff didn't do that. My staff just say hi and bye, and I didn't want to be that person just to say hi. I didn't want to just be invisible. Now I let my directors do their job. I let the teachers do their job. And I really don't need to be seen. I don't need to be visible, but sometimes it's good to come from out the back and be seen and show the parents, the teachers, and the children that you're there and that you care, okay? Doesn't tell you. Okay. Now, finally, because I really didn't want this video to go this long, I've heard in the past that people wish my videos was a little bit longer. So in 2020, I plan to give you a little bit longer videos and go more into depth, because now I'm getting a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera. You know, I'm a little camera shy. I know it don't seem like it, but talking on live and talking on videos, honestly, guys, could be a bit much for me. I'm really just coming out my shell. I'm really an introvert, but, you know, the show must go on. All right, so finally, invest in you. In order to do any of the things we have talked about in this short video or live, you must be able to invest in you. So let me explain that. And after I say this last little part, in order to grow, you have to pour in to be able to pour out. Let me say that one more time, guys. In order to grow, you have to be able to pour in to be able to pour out. Now, what I mean by that, guys, what I mean by that is, if you're not continuing your education, if you're not taking classes or going to conferences or reading books or watching videos such as these to pour into you, how can you possibly pour into your business? How can you possibly pour anything into the people that work for you, your team? If you're not pouring into you, how can you possibly pour into the children that you are technically responsible for, that the parents rely on us and depend on us to take care of while they're out either at school or they're working? How can you? So if you're not putting money back into your business, if you're one of those businesses that just take, and you're not putting the money back into the business, like what, upgrading snacks, upgrading toys, upgrading your curriculums, upgrading your playground, upgrading your classrooms, upgrading your teachers, upgrading uniforms, upgrading your transportation vans and stuff like that, upgrading your lobby area, just upgrades, period. How can you pour back out? The community needs you. And if you're just there to just collect a check and collect money, you won't be open very long. I'm just going to be honest with you, because the parents that I deal with and the people I've came across, the daycares that I have been into, the most successful ones, the ones that's been open for years, those daycares pour into the community. When was the last time you've done anything for your community that you have a business in? If your business is in a community, when's the last time you did anything for your community? Have you done a fall fest and opened it up to the public? Have you done a backpack drive and just gave away free school supplies? Have you did any Mother's Day out and it's for free? Have you did any parties that included the parents, or like a Mother's Day party or a dinner that is solely paid for by your business? And all of this is tax deductible. So if you're worried about spending so much money, you have to know we're in a different tax rack. If you have kids 50 plus in your daycare business, you have to spend so much money per year anyway. So why not give it back to the community and use it on your taxes? It's a win-win for everybody. If you're trying to train your staff and you're having monthly meetings on, well, y'all need to not be doing this. Y'all need to come in uniforms. I don't appreciate this. I don't like how y'all talking to such and such. But your tone talking to your staff is just like the staff talking to the kids and the parents. You're talking about the way that they dress and y'all look sloppy. Because I've heard childcare business owners say these things out of their mouth. I'm telling you stuff that I know. And I'm looking at you, I'm like, okay, sis, you're not even dressed. You come to work in slippers and flip-flops. And your hair is all over the place. How they're following you. You are the example. You are the example of your team. You are the people, your potential clients for your daycare business. They come there for you, for how you're marketing and the services that you provide. So when they get there, what you're marketing out into the community, and they're looking at you and they're looking how the business is ran, they're looking how your employees are ran, they're gonna walk right out the door. I'm not just, and I know I've talked in this video about appearances. It matters. Because when you have your parents or potential prospects come in for a tour, they don't know what kind of services you provide. They're only smelling how your daycare smells, and they're seeing what it looks like at that moment. So you have to present that package. All right, okay, so now they're here for a tour. Oh, it smells so lovely in here. Because you're not going to walk into any of my daycare smelling like diapers, like a daycare. No, you're not going to do that. I have a weak stomach. And one of the compliments that I've always had within my daycare is that it does not smell like daycare. When you walk in, it smells good. All the teachers look presentable. It looks clean in here. All right, now I'm interested to hear what you have to say. So now can I see your yard? Where are kids going to play? What classroom my kids are going to be in? I'm looking at the teachers. I'm looking how the children are in the classroom, and I'm actually looking at how the teacher is interacting with the students. So if you have not poured into your teacher how to interact with the students in their care, and they're just letting the kids run all over the place, it's a possibility that you may have lost that particular prospect. So it matters, and sometimes it's all right to train your staff how to present themselves when you have people coming in to tour. They should really be doing something a little bit different when you have tours. And my advice to those that like to do tours all day long, my advice is not to do tours all day long. My advice, if you really want to do tours, the best time I found to do tours is when the children are doing curriculums and when the children are outside playing. And if they have to have a late tour, why not do it either while they're having lunch? I personally don't and try to avoid giving tours after 2 p.m. because after 2 p.m. that's when my after schoolers come in, and then I have other parents coming in and out, so it gets a little hectic for me to be able to watch the whole center and everything as a whole. So I have set times where I have them come in to look. And the reason why I say it's best to have tours while the children are actually engaging in stuff, because after they look at the prettiness, what else do you have to offer? Because one of the complaints that I've heard in childcare, they told me they was going to do X, Y, Z. And my child has never done X, Y, Z. So I typically have my tours come in around the time that the children are engaging with the teacher, and the teacher is engaging with the students, and they're actually learning. Okay, because I can post on my social media platforms and on my website pictures of them playing. You can see them playing. No, they're not really coming to play. Everybody knows in the daycare they're going to play. But what else do you have to offer? You know? So to go back to the original state, you have to pour into you. If you're not coaching with anybody, if you're not taking time to go to different classes to further your education in your business, if you're not if you're not looking at YouTube videos on how-tos or reading books on how-tos, if you're not in any childcare, and I know I said a lot, y'all forgive me. If you're not in any childcare groups, my advice is to get in a few. I actually have a group myself. It's called Childcare Boss Marketing. So get in that group. If you have any questions, if I can't answer them, there's somebody in that group that probably can help you out within that group. You have to pour back into you. And if you're a spiritual person, why not go to church? Why not get the spirit, get the word poured into you so you could pour it out? Because whatever you take in, that's what you release. So if you're just taking in negativity, or I'm just here for the check, that's all you're going to pour out. And whatever you pour out, that's what you're going to get back in return. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this video right here. Before I leave, I want to close out by saying this. I want to take the time out to give appreciation to everyone that has followed me for the last 2 to 3 years on any of my platforms. We will be having a free class this February 29, 2019 in San Antonio, Texas, at my newer location on how to start a childcare business. But I want to add on to that platform that I am not just a childcare coach, guys. I am a business coach. If you don't know, I own and operate multiple businesses. I'm a 3-time author. I have multiple childcare locations. I am also a childcare coach, a business coach. I also have a platform to where we have an online course for business, period. It's called Business Building Chronicles, and you can get more information about Business Building Chronicles from www.businessbuildingchronicles.com. If you're looking to want to know the know-hows on the proper way to start your business off, from trademarks to marketing, lawyers, everything you need to run a successful business, please look into getting into that program. It's very affordable. And it's self-course, but also if you needed training on that, I could train you on that. But if you're in one of my coaching programs, I typically, especially if you're a startup business, I typically teach you off that course. So you get the 2 for 1 for if you go that route, guys. Like I said, I only take so many clients at a time, so that way I can give you one-on-one attention that you deserve. And we normally I'll make a schedule for us to talk, but the way that I run my program, if anything occurs and you need me at that moment, if I'm available, you have my number. You don't have to just make an appointment. Just text me to ask me if you, Natalie, are you available and can you talk? And I will respond quickly if I'm available. Like right now, I have nothing but time in my daughter and I boutique located in San Antonio, Texas. You know, we've done a lot of fashion shows last year. My daughter has been designing new clothes for full-figured women. We service sizes from extra large all the way up to 6X. I've opened up platforms for some of my models that model for me to do some modeling and getting into magazines and modeling agencies. I'm so excited about that. I'm very proud of everyone that I have came in contact with that actually train under me and actually going the extra mile to make their dreams come true. When you're training with me or coaching with me, this is a non-judgment zone. I don't judge. Everyone that's trained under me, they have gotten proven results. And if it's something that I don't know, I'm quite sure there's somebody I know that know, and I will connect you with that person. That's all about networking and getting you off to the good foot on your entrepreneurship journey. I also do private labeling, so if you're interested in starting a boutique or cosmetic line, because everything on my face, makeup and all, is all part of my cosmetic line called Mogul by Mogul Plus Size Boutique. And remember, if it doesn't have my logo, it's not Mogul. I do a lot, so just don't consider me as a childcare business coach. I'm a business coach. I do business. If you're interested in writing your first book, or I can help you get that also. It's just a lot that we can do, and I have time for you guys in 2020. I went through what I went through last year, and we will be talking about all of 2019 throughout this year, the stuff that I went through and how I came out of it. I'll tell you my pros and cons. it's just a plethora of information. And then right now I'm in the process of planning my bigger conference that I'm considering having maybe August, November. I'm not quite sure yet, but I do know that'll be in New Orleans, Louisiana. So I'm excited about that, you guys. So now I'm gonna leave it here. I love you guys. I'm gonna leave you with my slogan. I love my slogan. And this is not throwing shade at anybody. If anybody feel any way about it, I do apologize for you. But I do multiple businesses that's called mogul. So it's nothing personal, it's just business. And my slogan is, in a world filled with bosses, be a mogul. And I chose that slogan because everybody was using the name boss. Now, my business is called Childcare Boss Marketing, yes, but everybody's using the word boss, and I wanted to stand out. And I also wanted to use something that I could use in every business that I have. So we already knew we was going to be naming our cosmetic line Mogul. We already knew we was going to be naming the boutique Mogul. So, all right, that's my transition because I'm both boss and mogul. So in a world filled with bosses, be a mogul. Bye, my moguls.